Mr. President.
The Republican leader.
Well, we're now in the second week of a government shutdown that nobody claims to want. Democrats say it's unreasonable to ask for any changes or delays to Obamacare. And Republicans, well, we think the Obamacare rollout has proven beyond a shadow of a doubt just how reasonable a delay is. I mean, if anybody had any doubts about the need to delay this thing, those doubts should have been allayed this weekend when the administration admitted its website wasn't working and took it offline for repairs. Delay and basic fairness are what Republicans are asking for at this point, not exactly the sun and the moon. Another thing Republicans have been saying is that we can't agree on a bill to fund, that if we can't agree on a bill to fund the entire government, let's at least pass the most urgent pieces of it. Let's at least pass the parts we can all agree on. And that's exactly what the House has begun to do. Over the past several days, the two parties in the House have responsibly come together and passed no fewer than 8 bills to fund things like the Coast Guard, the Guard and Reserve, and programs for veterans. In other words, the House has quietly shown that the two parties aren't completely at odds in this debate, that there is, in fact, some common ground here. Slowly but surely, the House has approved funding for folks who shouldn't get caught in the middle of a political impasse like this. And they've done it on a bipartisan basis. Over the weekend, the House passed a bill that said a government shutdown doesn't affect the free exercise of religion on a military basis. 184 Democrats agreed. Another bill said government workers shouldn't have to wonder how they're going to pay their bills during a shutdown. 189 Democrats agreed with that. The bill to fund FEMA drew 23 Democrats. The one to fund NIH drew 25. National parks, 23. So let's be clear here that the problem isn't the House. There's actually a fair amount of agreement among Republicans and Democrats over there that lawmakers have a duty and a responsibility that rises above the politics of the moment to fund things like veterans, cancer trials, the National Guard, and reservists in every state. The problem is the Senate. Look, I know Democrats don't like it, but the American people have given us divided government. 2 elections in a row now. They gave us a Republican House, and they gave us a Democratic Senate. That means negotiation isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. And until Senate Democrats accept that reality, these crises will only be harder to resolve. So I would suggest that they start thinking about how they might start playing a constructive role in the crisis and in the challenges that lie ahead. There's a time for politics. There's a time for sitting down like adults and working things out. Republicans are ready and willing to negotiate. We invite Senate Democrats to join us. Mr. President, I yield the floor.